This is Frank Islam, Chairman and CEO of our Investment Group and your host of Washington Current Review, where we interview leading voices from business and politics that impact you, the viewer. Today, our guest is Pradeep Ganguly, a dear friend. He has given so much to our country and to our community. We are all inspired by his leadership. And thank you very much, Pradeep, for coming here. I haven't seen you for a long time. So tell me a little bit about yourself to the audience, who you are, and then tell me a little bit about the EDC and that you're Executive Vice President. I know you brought a brochure, so tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Frank, it's very good to see you.
Thank you very much.
You have truly been an inspiring leader for the business community in the entire region, probably the whole country.
Thank you very much.
So
well, that was very nice of you. That was very nice of you to do this.
I came here about 39 years ago as a student.
Long years ago.
Many years ago, and then stayed on and started my career in the teaching profession. And from that, I moved to economic development. And I have been in that field in economic development for over 30 years now. The role I currently have is the Executive Vice President for the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation.
So Prince George's County is one of the counties here in the state of Maryland.
Yes,
okay.
It is one of the suburbs of Washington, D.C.
Sure.
And if you've seen the news coming out of this whole region, business news, you'll see that there is a lot of business happening in Prince George's County right now. And we are very, very proud of that.
Mm-hmm. So what's the role and responsibility of this Executive Vice President title that you have for EDC? What does it do?
Oh, I just do whatever I'm told to do, right?
Well, that's
Executive Vice President does the work.
And you're not the president, you're the executive.
No, we have a brand new president CEO, Jim Coleman, who is brilliant.
Sure.
And for the past 4 years, when Mr. Baker came into office about 4 years ago, we joined him, and we have done very well for the 4 years under him. Now, with the new president CEO, we want to take it to the next level.
Sure.
And our goal is to make Prince George's County, Maryland, in this Washington region, as the engine of economic growth for the whole region.
Sure. So tell me a little bit about some of the development projects that go on in the PG County.
Oh, if I start that,
sure,
it will take us probably a long time.
Well, but just give us a highlight.
I will just give you a couple of highlights. We have anywhere between $6 and $10 billion in development projects in Prince George's County right now. And let me give you a feel for some of the larger projects that are happening at this time. As you know, National Harbor has become a huge business center for the entire Washington region. National Harbor has Gaylord Resort Hotel.
Which is right on the Potomac River.
On the river with 2,000 hotel rooms.
Sure.
Now we have MGM Resort, which has broken ground.
Is that right?
That's a $1.25 billion project.
Right.
And Resort Casino.
What type of services? Mostly the...
Anywhere from painting and flooring materials to construction projects to IT.
It's the whole gamut then?
Right now in the construction phase, they have 1,000 people working there.
Sure.
They will have 2,000 people working for the construction project. And when the resort is fully operational.
Which will be when?
Which will be the end of next year.
Okay.
They will have 4,000 people working at that site.
Okay.
And that's a large number of jobs. And the jobs are not only in hospitality, but also in culinary arts, in IT, in gaming. Gaming is a very small part of this resort. This resort will be a destination where families can come and stay, families can play. There will be a lot of entertainment at this site, from big boxing matches to Cirque du Soleil, circus shows, and musical events. So this will be a resort where a whole family can come and enjoy.
Sounds like it will retransform, re-energize the PG County.
I think so. I think you're absolutely right. You know, if you go to National Harbor right now,
well, I've been there.
You will see today, you will see about 11 big birds in the sky.
Right.
I call those construction cranes as big birds. There are 11 of them in the sky right now, laying the foundation of this resort casino. So that is one project.
Laying the firm foundation for PG County to prosper.
Absolutely. And
so how do you attract business at PG County? What's your secret? Why would anybody go to PG County?
That's because this is the place where there are opportunities. And this is where you can not only do your business at lower cost, you will actually make money.
So when you say lower cost, means is the total cost with just the labor cost or the total end-to-end cost you're talking about?
End-to-end cost I'm talking about. It's the cost of acquisition of property, is the cost of developing the property, is the cost of constructing the buildings, because you have a large supply of labor force right now, plus finding the labor force which is right there next to the Washington, D.C. market.
So who do you work with in terms of creating the 21st century workforce?
We have a very,
I mean, you have a lot of universities there and the community colleges there, right?
We have the University of Maryland College Park,
Sure.
a flagship university,
Sure.
and that's right here in Prince George's County, Maryland.
True
We
statement.
also have Prince George's Community College, which has a lot of workforce development programs, including programs that fit the needs of MGM. Then we also have a workforce services division within our corporation, and we help companies find, screen, and recruit employees from IT to healthcare to construction and every field in between.
Wow. Now, as you probably know, and you live in Virginia, but you work in Maryland, which is great. But the fact of the matter is there is a perception out there in the marketplace that the Maryland is not a place to do business with for the business community. So what exactly do you intend to do as the Executive Vice President of EDC to provide incentive to make sure the business comes to PG County?
We, first of all, let me be very clear. Any incentives you can find in the Washington metro region, you'll find it in Prince George's County. The tax incentives, the site location assistance. In addition to that, we have a $50 million investment fund. It's called the Economic Development Incentive Fund. This is a signature program of our county executive, Mr. Sean Baker. This incentive fund has been a great help in attracting new business and retaining large businesses in Prince George's County. So this is an amazing deal because no other jurisdiction in the entire Washington metro area, in the state of Maryland or in Washington, D.C., has an investment fund that large. So we have MGM.
I want to talk about the MGM.
Yes.
How the people will get into the MGM groundbreaking, as you said.
The way to get in.
You already talked about they can go to the webpage, right?
Yes, the website is the way to go, and we are always there to assist local businesses get certified to do business in Prince George's County and to do business with MGM.
So you said certified. Why do you have to be certified?
It's always beneficial because if you are a local business from the Washington metro area, you have preferences. If you are a minority-owned business, most Indian owned companies are minority-owned businesses.
So they get a preference?
Then you get preference.
So how much set aside do you have for the minority-owned business?
It's not a question of set aside. They get preference points, which make their proposals more attractive and less expensive.
Less expensive?
Yes.
More cost effective, you say?
And more cost effective.
And how do you get the woman to participate in that? Which is very important for the PG County, for our entire nation.
Absolutely. Women-owned businesses also have a preference.
Okay.
And if you're a woman-owned business, you are probably at the top of the list. If you're a veteran-owned business, you are also at the top of the list. So these are not set-asides, but these are preference points that are given to companies that are local, women-owned, veteran-owned, or any other minority-owned. African American owned, Hispanic owned. So these preference points are always valuable because then your bids become more competitive.
So how do you attract the large businesses, the headquarters of the large businesses? For example, MGM is in Las Vegas. How do you ask them to establish a regional office in the PG County so we can attract and retain not only the big employer, but also try to attract the new generations of the PG County? I'm talking about the younger generation to get engaged and involved so they have a job, they can create prosperity, they can create wealth, they can get good education, they become part of the workforce, which is an important part of the social, economic, political fabric of this nation.
We provide companies, large companies and small companies also, a value proposition.
So what's the value proposition?
The value proposition is why should you be in Prince George's County?
Okay.
There are 15.
So tell me, why should I be in a PG County?
Because you will make more money.
You can make more money.
Why
am I making more money there?
Because you will find that your lease costs or ownership costs.
So the total cost of ownership is lower.
Total cost of ownership and operations.
Okay.
And that's what you need.
But you have the workforce?
We have the workforce. We have 15 metro stations that connect you to any part of Washington, D.C., and we have 15 of them in Prince George's County.
So we should be able to get the people from all over the states as well as from Virginia and D.C.
Absolutely right. And in fact, we have again, County Executive Baker has a very focused strategy for transit-oriented development. So we're trying to create at 5 of these 15 stations currently, we're trying to create live, work, play communities.
Well, that's very well said. The PG community compared to Montgomery, community, Montgomery,
Prince George's.
The PG County, excuse me, Prince George's community. You're absolutely right. I was misguided by the name, so obviously I'm wrong, and apologize for that. They're doing well, obviously. I'm so glad that things are working out very well because they have the Montgomery County, which is a prospering, which has a lot of people who are fairly well off, so they were able to contribute to the taxes. But the population in Prince George's County is a little bit lower in terms of the the prosperity and the wealth. Am I correct to assume that?
Yes,
but that's what you're trying to do.
Yes, that's what we are trying to do. The biggest challenge, and that's why Mr. Baker's strategy is to focus on economic development, because that will create the tax base, the commercial tax base that we're going to need to fund education. He's very high on education.
Yeah, education is the key ingredient of success.
And that is number one priority.
And that will be the currency of the 21st century, as President Obama said many times.
That is so true. That is so true. And Mr. Baker came from an education background. He's committed to education. Yeah. And education funding is very, very important to him. And the way to do it that he has figured out is to promote economic development. And so you'll see in the next 1 year, you'll see a regional hospital, regional medical center come to Prince George's County. It's going to be
So it will be extension of University of Maryland?
No, it will be.
It'll be separate.
It will be a separate. It's going to replace the old Prince George's Hospital
Oh,
Center.
you're absolutely right.
And this will be a $650 million investment, and right there in downtown Largo.
And who's making this investment? The county?
This is the county, state, University of Maryland Medical System, and Dimensions Healthcare. Yeah. It's a 4-way partnership that will create this hospital. So imagine.
So what happens to people who do not have the health insurance? How do they get the emergency treatment in that hospital?
Well, we know that there are many health insurance plans being talked about. Affordable Care Act has been a major player.
You're right. And that's exactly what the purpose is.
Correct. Yeah, that is the purpose of that, to make it more affordable for most people to come to the medical center, get health care, and not go to the emergency room all the time, because that's going to be very expensive.
I agree. So, Pradeep, you have made a good case for the PG County. I appreciate that very much, and I wish you good luck.
It's not just MGM. It's the regional medical center, regional medical center that's going to be developed. There is a $2 billion Westphalia development that's happening. College Park is going to be transformed into a really live, work, play community, not just the University of Maryland. And there is the hotel. It's a huge hotel that's coming up in College Park right now. In College Park, there is another project called K-Fritz. So if you want to know about all these great opportunities, and if you're in the community listening to us right now, you need to take Frank Islam's example of how to build your company to the next level. If you have a business idea, if you want to get in on the opportunities that are present in Prince George's County today, this is the time to do that.
This is the groundbreaking.
This is the groundbreaking.
This is the time. So my question, as you said a minute ago about that, I started my business in Lanham, Maryland, which is part of the PG County, and so I'm a very proud recipient of Prince George's County's generosity and kindness, and that's what I stayed there till about 2007 when I sold my business to the Ross Perot. So Prince George's County has been a very instrumental part of my life, my story, and my journey, and my destiny. So I wanted the audience to know that you're doing a great job, and Prince George's County has a lot of things in motions and so on and so forth. So if you have to characterize to this to the audience, to the people who want to become entrepreneurs, who want to be like you, what they have to do? What kind of thing they have to be engaged, involved in educations, and how they can be the best they can be?
The first thing we have to do is probably create 10 Frank Islams, and then hire all those Frank Islams in my Economic Development Corporation as mentors for the young entrepreneurs that are coming today. Our previous generation made money from medicine, made money as engineers, architects. And the new generation are the millennials. They are the users of Twitter and Facebook. I mean, they don't understand these other professions, but they are savvy in business. They are doing so many startups all over this region. And if there are 10 Frank Islams I can have them mentor these young people, start their business, and we at the Economic Development Corporation will be there to assist you, to find you the locations, help you with your business plan, get you the funding that you need, help you with contracting opportunities, help you with marketing plans. All of those things we can do. And then when we grow up and become a Frank Islam, we will be there to assist you get the next round of funding so you can grow the business.
I mean, you articulated your message very well. The questions that I have, that a lot of small business, I have been a small business, so I understand, the access to the capital has been one of the most fundamental impediment for the people to start a new business. So tell me a little bit about how PG County can help to work with small business as well as the community banks to basically provide them access to the capital, Pradeep.
There are many sources of capital that you can access. There are investors and people like the Frank Islam Group who are always looking for opportunities to invest in. There is a great group here in Washington, D.C., and I'm very fond of them. It's called TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs.
The TIE DC?
TIE DC.
Okay.
They can connect you with investors, they can connect it with venture capital, and their leaders are fantastic. They've all been business people. Mm-hmm. They have done remarkably well. Mm-hmm. So be connected. In Washington, D.C., you will find there are tons of venture capital companies. There are tons of entrepreneurs that are connected, and you need to be in those communities. We at the Economic Development Corporation have a small business incubator. It's called the Technology Assistance Center. Within that center, we have now created an India Business Center. Mm-hmm. And guess what? We have more Indian companies
is that right?
coming and locating here in Prince George's County than ever
because
before.
Of the cost effectiveness, a lot more cheaper in terms of the cost effective in terms of the total cost of the ownership.
Access to the market.
Access to the market because you're close to the DC.
Access to the customer, and access to the federal agencies, and access to large private companies that are already here. MGM is a private company.
Well, in addition to all this, you have a government. I mean, look at the healthcare industry there, health and human services. You also has the NASA Goddard Space Flight Center. So you have a lot of high tech. These are all PG County. So, in 1 second, what's the secret of your success?
Hard work.
Hard work, aim high, and work hard.
Hard work and aim high. Yeah,
and pursue your dream.
And follow leaders like Frank Islam, because you need mentors like Frank Islam, mentors like the TIE Group and all of their entrepreneurial, all of the leaders that run that organization. You need to find some mentors in those organizations.
Well, thank you, Pradeep, for your kind words as well as for the inspirational leadership that you play, a very important role in the community, and thank you for your service to our nation and to the community, to the state. So this is Frank Islam wishing you a great week. Thank you for watching, and have a great week.